Hello everyone, my name is Haytem Baaroub. I'm Product and AI Field Manager for within IDEMIA Secure Transactions. And when we submitted the title and content of this keynote a few months ago, IDEMIA was already very advanced on conversational AI and generative analytics for eSIM overall. However, since then we've made significant progress and we're already tackling agentic AI for eSIM. In fact, I believe we have one of the first, if not the first, agentic AI for eSIM that is commercially live in the market today. And in order to expand on this, let me introduce Sky for Smart Connect AI. And Sky is meant to be your very smart eSIM expert. It is fed with data from technical documentations. So these are all IDEMIA product white papers, user guides, troubleshooting procedures, and so on. Second, we have GSMA specifications for consumer and IoT. Third, we have market intelligence, so competitive analysis, forecasts for eSIM markets, and so on. And lastly, and that's the most important part, is that Sky is fed with data from the eSIM ecosystem, so that's SMTP Plus data, EIM data, and also data from logs and our data platform, and also data from our other solutions related to eSIM, such as the AI for detection and the smart inventory management. And what this allows Sky to do is to handle a really wide range of use cases, starting with advanced troubleshooting. So this is troubleshooting that is focused on platform and deployment. So this is what operator, engineers, and architects usually do. Second, one of the most important use cases is for augmenting customer support. And this is very important because it is customer-facing, so that's very important for operators. And what Sky does here is that it augments significantly customer support agents, allowing them to handle customer queries on the fly and resolve them very quickly. Third use case is for research and brainstorming, and this is where operators want to explore ideas and explore ways to enhance customer onboarding or overall the customer journey. And lastly, and this is really common to all use cases, is generative analytics. And this is where operators can ask directly their data and get very quick and fast answers. So before I jump to the demo, there are multiple ways you can use and integrate with Sky. First one is through APIs, so that your existing applications ecosystem can directly integrate with our agentic capabilities. Things like customer support tools, like messaging tools, or CRMs, for example. Second way to use Sky is through MCP, Model Context Protocol. And this is where operators can bring their own AI, their own models, and integrate directly with Sky, with the knowledge base of Sky, or with SMTP Plus. And the final way, and that's the one I'm going to be sharing, is through a web interface or what is known as a chatbot. So let me jump directly to the interface of Sky. And yeah, it's a pretty simple interface if you are familiar with tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or others. And one of the first use cases I like to demonstrate is when a user is in a meeting or is working on a report or writing an email and needs very precise information about inventory, about downloads, or any other information about the eSIM ecosystem. So the usual way is that the user needs to ask a colleague or go through dashboards and reportings. What Sky allows us to do is to just ask the question in plain language. I'm going to test something like, what is my available eSIM inventory? And of course, Sky will need to think for a few seconds. Here we have already a very quick response, very precise, because that's what I'm looking for. And I already know what is my available inventory, so I can add that in my email or my report if I want to. I can even drill down by more dimensions if I'd like to, and maybe that's something I want to explore. So what is the breakdown by eSIM profile type? And here we have already the breakdown by profile type. We have some demo data, of course, it's not production data. We see the domination of 5G profiles. We have always nice graphs to also have a visual representation of the data that we have. And lastly, we always have interpretation of data. And here we have a very important insight. So we see that for our whole inventory, we have around 3 months of runway, given our current consumption of eSIM profiles. And we see that we also are running a QR campaign, a marketing campaign, where the available stock is only enough for 2 months. So if we are looking to expand the marketing campaign beyond 2 months, we need to consider the stocking. So here we ask very precise questions and we have very precise answers. But what if we are looking for a very comprehensive analysis for our data? So that's also something we can do. And here I'm asking for an eSIM performance report for September last year, because that was a very interesting month for eSIM. And what Sky will respond with here is a very comprehensive performance report with executive summary. We see from the highlights that with the iPhone launch, we handled 3 times the normal average downloads that we normally have. We have a lot of information from provisioning, where we did very well, with 100% provisioning success rate. We have data from download performance, installation performance, profile inventory. So this is something that we've already seen with the last question. So graphs, they usually render at the end of the response. So here it is. Here we see that error rates are a little bit above average for IoT. And Sky is telling us that this is maybe due to the more diverse ecosystem for IoT. We have device distribution that is led by the iPhone 17 family, which is quite normal. We have error analysis, always with interpretation and insights. constraints, areas of attention. And what I find the most interesting about these sorts of reports is the recommendations part, because that's where we really see the difference between what we have here and common reportings and dashboards. Here, we already have calls for actions, things that we can already start to implement in order to optimize our platform. So first recommendation is to conduct downloads per second to latency performance analysis using data from September. So this is to establish the impact of higher downloads per second on performance, on download time, on errors and cancellations, for example. So these sorts of recommendations are, we can either handle them directly, or we can also use Sky to perform these. I'm not sure if we have the time to do this, so I'll jump to my next use case, and if you have a minute, we can try this. So for the troubleshooting use case, I'm asking Sky here, maybe as a support engineer or a customer support agent, to explain an error that I have for a device that is identified by its EID. So here I will have an explanation of the error. So here it's an expired operation. I will have operation details and most likely causes, and most importantly, the recommended actions that I can follow in order to resolve this issue. So it's a very simple one, because most commonly the device was offline or out of network, and I just need to repeat the operation in better conditions. We always have source documentation if I'd like to explore more about this specific issue. And lastly, if I'm not satisfied with the response, I can decide to escalate this issue to IDEMIA support teams. And here what Sky will do, it will automatically create a support ticket in our supporting tool, IDEMIA supporting tool, with information from the discussion. So here I already have a link from our service desk. I will have a compaction of the discussion that is used as a summary, so that our support team knows what happened and what the issue and what you already tried. And at this point, it's on our side, and it will be resolved within common SLAs. I'm already very well over time, so I thank you very much, and I'll just share with you my contact information if you'd like to see a more comprehensive demo with more time, and also if you'd like to discuss anything about our data and AI offerings overall. Thank you very much.